Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. This is the dish that's going with the one that I just finished. And it's called polenta with currants and onions. I know that sounds so out in left field that you wouldn't think about it. But that's what we're doing. So they want you to grease a 9 by 13 baking dish. We're going to need it. You can use oil if you wish. They want warm water. You're going to need 2 quarts of warm water. I'm warming mine up right now. They don't want it hot. They just want it a little warm. Okay, mine's warm. Now the way we put this together is really weird. You're probably going to say, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Set your oven at 350, which is a moderate oven. All right, now they want you to add into your 9 by 13 oiled or greased baking dish 2 quarts of warm water, which I have right here. I already measured this out. They don't want it separate. They want it done this way. And I said, okay. Now they want 2 cups of cornmeal. We have to buy some more cornmeal. Yes, you're seeing me do it just like this. This is exactly how they want it. You're saying this is wrong. No, it's not. It's how they're doing it. This is how they do it. And they want a 1/2 cup of currants. I got my currants here. I bought them. I stuck them in a jar. Now, what are currants? Well, they're sort of like, where's my scissors? Let's say they're like raisins, but miniature. Here, you can see how small they are. They're very, very tiny. That's why when you don't have currants, they tell you to take raisins and chop them up. I was shocked when my store had currants. Man, I jumped up and down. I was elated. Well, that's a bloody 1/2 cup. Throw it in. I didn't know it was a 1/2 cup. All right. If I remember where I put anything, I would be in the sink. Of course, I would not put it anywhere else. I would throw it in the sink. Knowing fully well, but I need them. They want 2 teaspoons of salt. Since I've never made this like this, I'm going to use this salt instead of mine. Besides, I have to make some more. Now you're probably saying, that's all you're going to put in there, right? No, we're not done yet. They want a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Now, you're only going to pour 1/4 of a cup of olive oil in this because we're going to use the other 1/4 for something else. All right, so only pour in 1/4. Okay. Now, they want you to mix it in here, just like I'm doing. I want to make sure the raisins get, the currants, I mean, get all over the place. put the 1/4 to the side because we are going to use this other 1/4 of a cup. Now I have friends that ask for currants all the time. It's very hard to find currants on the island. But I'll pick up another 2 or 3 bags. Now what we're going to do with this now, when your oven is completely heated up, we're going to bake it for 1 hour. After that, I'll tell you what we're going to do next, because we're not done with it. So I'll see you then. So when you put it in the oven at 350, remember 1 hour, and then I will be back. Okay, you know that 1/4 of a cup of olive oil that we haven't used yet? Put it in a frying pan, not a big one. You don't need a huge one. You're gonna need a medium onion. We've got to take care of this onion. You're going to cut this onion top to bottom. You're going to make half moons. Alright, you turn your oil on in your frying pan. I'll bring you over here. This one I can bring you over. I've got a whole area nice and clean. So we'll be able to do this. We're going to heat this oil up. Yeah, I want you more stable. We're going to put the onions in, and what we're going to do is we're going to saute them. Saute means to soften whatever vegetables that you're having. They do not want them caramelized. That's when they start to brown and stuff. They want them just softened. So be careful that you don't get the oil too hot and they start browning. The polenta is coming along quite well. Yeah, I got 12 minutes for it. Okay. See, we got a whole lot of them, but we're getting ready to do something else. as you can see, this dish is quite unusual. I can move you back a little. You've got plenty of room. What we're going to do is after we saute these and get them soft, we're going to sit there and we're going to bring the cornmeal out and we're going to mix it. And then we're going to bake it another 30 minutes or until ready. And when it's ready, you sit there and we're taking it out. It has to sit 5 minutes before we can even use it to let it set. Some dishes like polenta, you have to let it sit. And then we can cut the squares out to serve next to the veal stew with quince. So this olive oil is going to have the lovely smell of the onion, the oils of it. Oh, I got one that wants to brown. No, 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 no. You're not supposed to brown. That's why I'm staying here stirring it, and it's on a low flame. How they're getting nice and soft. That's why I'm stirring them, trying to keep them from browning. Most of the time people want the onions caramelized, but not this. I got 1, 2 pieces that caramelize. But if you keep tossing it, you won't have time to caramelize. That's why I'm keeping it busy, where they can still get tender, but they won't caramelize. Now I know this oil is still hot, so I'm going to still stir them around until it cools down a little, so the bottom ones don't caramelize. This is all they want it to do is at this point. Okay. I'll put you back here because an hour is coming up now. Want you to mix all this up. before it completely sets. And that's exactly what the instructions say. Before it sits. So we're going to mix all of this up again and put it back in the oven to finish up. And this is the side dish that goes to the veal stew. They have another one that we could use as well, but I chose this one. Now, you think we mixed the onions up enough in here? Put it back in the oven, and we're going to let this finish cooking. It could take anywhere from 30 minutes or a little longer. So, when that finishes, I will show you the end product. Okay, here it is, polenta with currants and raisins, and they say you have to let this sit for like 5 or 10 minutes, and as you can see, as hot as it is, I'm definitely going to wait, because if we try serving it now, it'll just go to mush. That's why you have to let it sit the 5 to 10 minutes before you serve it. Listen, you take care and have a great day.